Ashok Malik first. Ashok, you've seen the way Prime Minister Modi has run this country over the last 10 years. This verdict has the people telling him that he no longer has a full majority. Will Prime Minister Modi change his style of functioning? To what extent is he capable of changing his style of functioning? How is Modi 3.0 likely to be different from the two avatars India has seen before this?
Look, we all recognize that Mr. Modi is an extremely gifted and talented politician. Now, if he is a gifted and talented politician, it falls to logical reason that he will be able to adjust to new situations. Is this an uncharted situation for him? Yes, it is. But 240 seats in a House of 543 makes him the leader of the largest coalition leader in Indian history, save Narasimha Rao's coalition or single-party government or minority government in 1991. Now, yes, he needs allies. Yes, he needs to work with allies and with Parliament on key legislation. Yes, he needs to be more attentive to Parliament than he has needed to be with a single-party majority. But equally, the allies recognize and the opposition recognizes that there's simply no feasible government possible in this Lok Sabha without the BJP and without the BJP's 240 seats. If you take the BJP's 240 seats out of the equation, there is simply no feasible government possible. So there will be give and take, there will be compromise, there will be persuasion. But I have no reason to believe Mr. Modi will not be able to do it. He's a senior politician. He spent 10 years in Delhi. He's been chief minister. If chief ministers like Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu come to him to ask for something for their state, he knows exactly what to say and what not to say. He's been in their position. He's done.
No, sure, he has. But Sheila, the fact also is that before taking a particular decision, the Prime Minister has never had to consult, look behind his back, check with people, what do they think. Now he has to deal with Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar at the very least, because without them and without some smaller parties, the BJP doesn't have a full majority. And therefore, since you've seen his style of functioning and his evolution over the decades, how is the new Prime Minister likely to be different from the Prime Minister we've seen so far?
Yeah, a very valid question, Rahul. Let us see the big picture. I would say that the man who has started his career in BJP in 87 and in the power since 2001, I would say this is one of the biggest challenges. And knowing the man as now entire India is knowing him, I think he will take up this challenge in a very different way and he will again surprise us. Because why I'm saying this, not because looking at him, but looking at our own experience as reporter. Let me tell you, in Delhi, in last 30 years, my most hyperactive years were 2004 to 2014. And we used to report Dr. Manmohan Singh. And when Dr. Manmohan Singh in 2004 had 145 seats. And in 2009, 206 seats. So we have reported, and we were on our computer keyboard, we used to write in a very routine way, Dr. Manmohan Singh led UPA government, and we never thought of UPA. And as one cabinet minister joked with me about when I asked how will Modi manage. So he said, do you know how many votes Biden won and how many Trump won in 2020? So do you know? We don't know. We don't remember the numbers. We remember people see people in power. So first of all, that is one thing. And second thing, what will be Modi's plus point when he will start negotiate a different role for himself in a prime minister's seat is this, that 543 member of parliament, the uppermost thing in their mind will not be what Rahul stands for or what Sharad Pawar talks about. It will be, they don't want, every single elected member would not like election within 2-3 years. Definitely. All, NDA, UPA, all parties. In NDA and India Alliance. So very first thing, lot of external, internal factors will motivate Prime Minister and negotiate. Prime Minister will keep on his table all these kind of do's and don'ts of individual MPs and also his own limitations now. Secondly, within the political parties who run political parties and who run government, even when they have their own government, they do negotiate. Within the four walls, lots of negotiation as it is takes place, and not just negotiations, lots of compromise takes place.
No, of course they do. There's no doubt about it. But the point is, he's never had to deal with it. He's never, every person has a certain personality type. Prime Minister Modi has never had to do this len-den ki rajniti, give some, take some. His style of politics has in fact been the antithesis of having to make political compromises. He doesn't like to make compromises, and therefore this question becomes more pertinent.
Excuse me, Rahul, that is perception. That is the image. Within four walls, he was dealing with one big factor called RSS, and we know how we perceive him. He is in a different bracket than the BJP bracket, and he is in a different bracket than the RSS bracket. And also, when you are a prime minister, you are negotiating with so many chief ministers. So negotiations, compromise is already there in his life. Now, only publicly he has to do this. And I think it's about power, and power makes people do a lot of things and people change. And
you're saying both Ashok Malik and Sheila Bhatt saying
2004 and 2009, people have to remember when analyzing Narendra Modi.
Power makes people change and circumstances force you to adapt to new ways. Yes, Sudhir. What does Chandrababu Naidu need the most? It was interesting how he had pride of place sitting right next to Prime Minister Modi. No ally has had that kind of limelight and recognition. There he is on the screen right now, standing right next to the Prime Minister, sitting next to him, almost like an equal kind of, but he's there on the high table for sure. So what does he need the most? What's the thinking in Vijayawada? What's the thinking in Amravati?
Well, if you have to compare it to an NDA classroom, Chandrababu Naidu is second in class, so obviously he gets the pride of place. But if you were to compare it to a corporate setup, so far Narendra Modi was running something like a bootstrapped startup. Now he has two venture capitalists in Nitish, Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu, who would obviously have a say in how things are run. But just taking off from what Sheila Bhatt was referring to, well, just like a cricketer, I mean, even a Virat Kohli or a Rohit Sharma, when they go a bit out of form, they have to make some adjustments in the way they grip the bat, in which they go for the shot, whether they lean forward too much before the time the bowler bowls. So I guess Narendra Modi will have to make those kind of minor political adjustments in the way he works. Both Narendra Modi and Chandrababu Naidu have known each other politically for a long period of time. It has been a relationship that has seen its ups and downs. You could call it a turbulent relationship at times, but both of them are seasoned politicians. Now, what would Naidu want? Now, Naidu is returning to power in Andhra Pradesh. Naidu 4.0, 2 times Chief Minister of United Andhra Pradesh and his second term as CM of the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh. So he would want to make a point to see that, okay, Andhra Pradesh gets the goodies. The expectations are huge because I can tell you, Rahul, over the last 5 years, the people in Andhra Pradesh have felt that they are no longer relevant in the political and the administrative map of India. YSR Congress was not part of the NDA, so they did not really have a say. Now they would want a pound of the flesh. They would want to think that they also have a say in the decision making. They would want to see whether Naidu can get the special category status in some form or the other, whether he can get big ticket projects, whether the Polavaram irrigation project can be completed, whether the state capital project can be completed. So the expectations will be huge given the kind of mandate the people of Andhra Pradesh have given. So Naidu is known to be a hard bargainer. He will negotiate hard for whatever Andhra Pradesh needs.
So Chandrababu Naidu spoke after this NDA meeting. Let's listen very briefly to what Chandrababu Naidu had to say.
Elections, if you are not a part of NDA, three parties combined we collected. Why you got that doubt, I don't know.
Sir, how was the meeting? How was the meeting, sir?
Good.
And sir, what about
portfolios? Sir, anything? Sir, any portfolio?
I will talk to you after.
Sir, how was the meeting?
How can we contest elections if you are not a part of NDA? Three parties combined we collected. Why you got that doubt, I don't know.
Sir, how was the meeting? How was the meeting, sir?
Good. We elected.
And sir, what about
Sir,
portfolios?
sir, anything?
Portfolios, sir.
Sir, any
Good.
portfolio?
I will talk to you after.